Hey, Canadian pro strongwoman Melissa Peacock here, and you're watching The World's Strongest Man.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. We kick off today with powerlifter John Haack on the bench press. The weight, 210 kilos or 463 pounds for 3 reps. Following on from him, it's Fernando Arias, also bench pressing. The weight on his bar, 235 kilos or 518 pounds, and he is getting ready to compete in Strongman. Next up we join Luke Tolman, another really strong presser, today with his new 3-rep personal best. The weight is 252.5 kilos or 557 pounds. Next up it's strongman Marcus Crowder, also pressing for 3 reps. The weight 227 kilos or 500 pounds. But up next and taking today's king of the bench press, it's Julius Maddox, 320 kilos or 705 pounds. That was way too easy. We now move into some overhead pressing, and first up it's Canadian strongwoman Melissa Peacock, who did our intro today, 81.5 kilos or 180 pounds on that dumbbell. Next up on the axle it's Kane Francis, 160 kilos or 352 pounds. He gets it up to his chest, and there's the press. Here's a lift from the Georgian bull Konstantin Janasha, also training axle today. The weight of his is 180 kilos or 396 pounds. Following on from him, and also pressing that weight, this time for 3 reps from the rack for a new personal best, it's Luke Richardson, looking strong going into the 2024 season. Next up we join Circus Strongman Steve Stevens with a behind the neck press. It's 185 kilos or 407 pounds. Following on from him, it's Graciano Rubio, pressing overhead with 193 kilos or 425 pounds from the rack. Next up it's Joe Oliver, getting stronger each week. Here is 200 kilos or 441 pounds on the axle. We now move into some log pressing, and it's great to see Dimitar Savatinov coming back. Here is 159 kilos or 350 pounds. Following on from him, it's Marcus Crowder with a Viper press. The weight, 165.5 kilos or 365 pounds. He's a really strong presser. We now move out to Canada and we join Maxime Boudreau, also training log. The weight, 190.5 kilos or 420 pounds. But up next and taking today's king of the log press, it's Angelo Vanderpar with 195 kilos or 430 pounds, doing it strict. We now move into some squatting, and first up it's the 2-times world's strongest man, Tom Stoltman. The weight on his bar today is 320 kilos or 705 pounds for 2 reps. Next up he's back again, this time in the squat with a new 2-rep personal best. It's Joe Oliver, and the weight is 335 kilos or 738 pounds. Next up we join powerlifter Philip Herndon with his new paused personal record, 354 kilos or 781 pounds on the bar. Next up it's Fernando Arias. Here is 375 kilos or 826 pounds. I've now got a moving event, and it comes from Kim Johansson. It's a heavy frame carry. The weight, 400 kilos or 881 pounds for a distance of 11 meters, and he rounds out the first half of today's video.
Guerre, poteau. Qu'est-ce que t'aimes, frère? C'est ton truc. Allez, frère. Allez, mon frère. C'est toi qui domine ça. Allez. Là. Allez. Calme bien, c'est ça. Allez. Allez. Tranquille. C'est ça. Let's go!
Now we're back again and we kick off with the deadlift section. First up it's strongman Chris Beetham, pulling a new 2-rep personal best. The weight on his bar, 370 kilos or 815 pounds. Following on from him, it's Connor Curran, another athlete with another personal best. Today it's 370 kilos or 815 pounds for 3 strong reps. Here's a lift from Sawyer Klatt, pulling in a sumo stance. The weight, 373 kilos or 822 pounds. Next up, it's Eddie Johansson, pulling conventional, a weight of 375 kilos or 826 pounds. Next up, we're outside and we catch up with Sean Logan, pulling 2 reps today. The weight, 375 kilos or 826 pounds. Here's a lift from powerlifter Rondell Hunt. It's 380 kilos or 838 pounds. Next up, it's Kane Francis, looking strong, today pulling 380 kilos or 838 pounds for 2 reps. We now join Justin Suplee, pulling a weight of 390 kilos or 860 pounds with no straps. Next up, it's another powerlifter. Here is Zahir Khudayarov, also looking strong with 395 kilos or 870 pounds. He is definitely happy about that one. Next up, it's Martins Licis, the 2019 World's Strongest Man, looking good also, 395 kilos or 870 pounds. Following on from him, we've got Gavin Bilton the Bull, pulling 400 kilos or 881 pounds for 2 reps. He is also looking good for this year's season. Now next up, we join Austin Andrade, also pulling 400 kilos or 881 pounds for 2 really quick reps. Following on from him, it's Evan the T-Rex Singleton, getting ready for this year's World's Strongest Man, and there goes 401 kilos or 885 pounds. Now as the weights move up, we join powerlifter Jesus Olivares, pulling 411 kilos or 905 pounds. But up next and taking today's King of the Deadlift, it's powerlifter Jamal Browner with a paused rep. The weight on his bar, 420 kilos or 925 pounds. Now seeing us out today, it's powerlifter Jesus Olivares. He has been putting out some really heavy lifts on social media. Expect him to break some records this year when he hits the platform. Today, here he is doing a set of squats. The weight, 400 kilos or 881 pounds for 5 reps and a new personal record. Anyway guys, that's it from me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you again as always on the next one.
Nice, 2. Easy.
Good, boy.